Hello and welcome to The Essence and the Nectar. I am Cecilia, and before I did this reading, there was an uncertain feeling, a concern, a worry, or a sense of not really knowing whether to keep going. There's a lot of inner conflict that seemed to be a struggle that whoever this reading is for is facing. And this reading is showing how much of an internal struggle that you may be going through. But there is a very good outcome. So I'll just go into the reading. The very first card was the Tiger. And this is about will. Now, as you can see, the tiger is coming out of the water. So there's like a lot of emotional upheaval that you may be going through. And this is a new way of you looking at things, a new sense of self where you've been bogged down for a long time, or you've probably been submerged in a situation, and you're wanting now to elevate, to really leap ahead and feel like you can move forward. And there is a divine push, I guess, that is fueling you or helping you to get ahead and to up level. And there is like an emotional distress or upheaval, and you're being divinely supported and to give you strength to exercise your will and determination, and for you to do things in an ethical way, so you are able to hold yourself in whatever situation that you're going through. And there could be anger or frustration that you're dealing with, and this is asking you to do this in a healthy way, to be able to still hold in your integrity. Because the next card that we have is fierceness with the wolverine. So this is you taking charge of probably your frustration and your anger, and wielding it in a different way where you don't shy away from confrontations or situations that may bring you distress. For you to be able to choose carefully your actions and your words, so that you're able to hold yourself in integrity, and to do things in a way that don't get you to compromise yourself or have yourself show up in a way that's not actually going to be advantageous for you. Because this situation that you're probably dealing with, a lot of it may be out of your control. So that's where this frustration, and you're probably just wanting to just throw everything in because you're not getting what you want. And that is a really big frustration, is where you want things, you have an expectation of something, and none of those expectations are being met. So you can want to just go in there and sort of like tear everything up, thinking that you're going to get your way, which can actually create more turmoil and chaos. So this is really asking you to tread carefully with how you deal with yourself in stressful situations, or situations where you may be dealing or have to deal with confrontation, or have to approach someone to discuss a situation to try and find resolve. And then the next card that we have is the snow leopard. Now the snow leopard asks you to tread very carefully in how you may deal with the situation. Make sure that you do things like, it's the watcher. So it's like maybe there are a lot of people involved in your situation, and so this is asking you to lead in a different way, lead yourself probably in a different way, but keep your ethics as your number one concern. Make sure that you probably don't give too much away. The leopard treads very carefully, and as you can see, there's these orbs around, so it's as though you've always got to be keeping a number of steps ahead, so you understand how things work, so your actions will definitely influence what it is or how you will experience or move through something. And this is asking you probably to observe in silence more, to probably watch your steps, to tread very carefully with who you associate with, who you discuss things with. Be very selective, be very watchful, observing before, so you can make calculated or strategic approaches rather than just haphazardly just taking actions for the sake of taking actions, wanting to just get something done. You have to really sit down and plan and see who are the best people to talk to and work with. And then, this is getting a bit messy. We've got the jackal, which is about the truth. And this is more about your authenticity, and that there could be a situation where someone is not telling you the complete truth of a situation or what you're dealing with. So this could be the light of a situation coming to hand, which can be quite confronting, sometimes painful. And so you, even if the truth hurts, you then are knowing what you're going to be dealing with, and then you can move forward with that knowledge. And the next card is the leadership card with the elephant. Now, as you can see, that there's a woman here with eyes. So with the jackal card, we've just said that's like a truth maybe coming to light. So you may now see things a bit differently. So you'll know how to take charge, take the lead in what your next moves will be. So there is an intensity, but it's almost as though you've been in a situation for a long time where you've probably been what's the word? Not stifled, but you couldn't make much progress for whatever reason. And so like now with the truth coming to light, and the truth may necessarily be like what's really going on with a project, what's really happening within a family, before you can take a definite move. So now this is you taking charge and knowing which way to go, so you're able to lead and know how to maneuver forward. But it's almost as though not all the information was available to you before with the jackal card and the truth. So now you have it, and so you now have that spark, that lightning bolt of knowing exactly what you're going to do next. And then we've got the meerkat card with responsibilities. So now with that knowledge, with that knowing of how to move forward, you now can take the responsibility of how to move forward. There's an ownership of, okay, maybe, you realize that you did something for so long and you waited or procrastinated. It affected not just you, but probably a lot of other people, either in your family or in a work situation, or a project was delayed. And so now you're able to know who to deal with, how to educate yourself and how to move forward, and ensure that your responsibilities are covered to ensure your safety and everyone else involved. Because this meerkat had, like, they're very community based, so it's what you're dealing with may not necessarily just affect you. It may affect children, it may affect work colleagues, an institution, a corporation. So now you're able to take charge, and you know how to orchestrate and even distribute responsibilities, delegate to others, like what to do next. So now you can start moving forward. So this situation is really asking you to, like, something is coming to light that you're able to now know how to progress forward. And then we have the alignment card. So this allows you to now know how to line things up to move forward. It's almost like now things have all come to light after probably a very long time. It could be weeks, months, even possibly years before you were able to get to this stage, because whatever it is that you've been working on has been long and arduous, and it's kind of the frustration like you had with the tiger and the wolverine. This is asking you, like, you could be at your wit's end, like, to know at your very last straw, and you probably think, the straw that broke the camel's back. You could be in that kind of situation, but this is really saying that things are now aligning for you to be able to move forward, and it's probably had to have taken a lot of time, even like with an investment or some kind of project. There could be weather delays, there could be market upheaval. With family, there could have been an illness or some kind of, this is a general reading, so trying to cater for whatever situations, but this is saying that things are now aligning for you to be able to move forward, and things have gotten probably very serious for you, because the next card in this deck was the seed element. And so this is asking you that maybe it's been so long and arduous, life has been so serious, you lost that childlike nature of finding joy in the day. Like, life has probably gotten so serious for you. So this is asking you to tap into finding things to relieve yourself that bring you joy and inspiration. Possibly even if you've got children, do more with your children. Bring that fun, imagination and creativity back into your life to give you some joy, to break what it is that you've been carrying for so long. So with these oracle cards, I wanted to ask, like, what kind of situation was this really pertaining to? So then I used the tarot cards, and it seems it could possibly be a relationship that you're having, because the Three of Pentacles has come up, and it's some kind of cooperation, possibly a situation where you need to deal with others to bring it together. But then we've also got the Knight of Cups. So this, it feels like you've been working with someone, possibly a love interest. They could possibly be far away, probably in another country, another state, another city. And it's almost like things are starting to come together, but it has been a very frustrating process. And like, they are genuinely interested in you. And it's possibly a situation where you've had to tread carefully because you didn't know what their true intentions were, but they are definitely wanting to pursue something with you. But with the Knight of Cups, they take things very slow. They may be very methodical. They like to do things in detail. Probably they want to have everything established first before they come to you. And so this is really testing you. With the Moon card coming up after that, it's almost like all your fears are probably taking front and center for you. And so you're looking it's asking you to go within, because there's a lot of unknowns. You don't know, maybe they're not the greatest communicator, and you struggle with that, and probably you've had requests of them and they've just not really responded. So you're in deep question about how or what this is really, this whole situation. But they have the long-term, it's almost like they have the long-term situation in mind. Now, with the Jackal coming through with the truth, like maybe this person has been working hard and diligently, like they've wanting things to there's been a pause, obviously, in a situation where things seem to kind of maybe felt stagnant. Maybe they're not communicating with you so much, so you probably think, or maybe they're off with somebody else. But this is they're building, and it takes time, and maybe they need time to ensure that you're the right person for them as well. And with the distance that you may have, it doesn't make anything easier. But this is asking you, like, something is being established here and it's just taking time. And with the Page of Pentacles, there is a new opportunity brewing now. So there are, maybe there's progress in the situation that maybe they're not telling you about. Maybe that's the truth that's not being told, and they've probably secretly establishing things so they can possibly surprise you. So this is asking you just to simply stay focused and upgrade your thinking. Like, you're probably so fearful, things have gone wrong in the past, so all your fears and everything are taking front and center. I mean, that's with the Moon card as well. So you're looking at things in a way, because like the next card we have after that is the Devil card, and you see here that this person is in great turmoil, but the Devil is tempting you in a way to sort of like give up. Like, oh, it's just easier for you to go and find somebody else. It's just like you've put so much time and effort in this, and it's so drawn out and it's frustrating that it's just probably easier for you to just walk away and find something else easier and just, count it as a loss. But this is not really the case. It's almost like you're wanting some kind of liberation, or things, you just want things now because it's been so long and hard that you've been struggling and you're just fed up with it. But that is the Devil. It is the temptation to give up. It is to let go of what it is that you've been striving for, and you could be so close. And this reading is showing like things are starting to align. So it's like, don't give up now. And this is the temptation that you're facing. So you're trapped in your own stories, in your fears. So you're just wanting relief from this situation, but you've got to hold on if you want to see this through. If you truly believe in what it is that you are creating from the very beginning, this is asking you to stand firm in what it is that you're wanting to build. And then we have the Three of Wands. So this is asking you to stay focused, because you're awaiting your results. You're standing firm, and like you'll keep moving in the direction that you're wanting, and not to give up. This is staying focused on what it is that you want, because the Ace of Cups is coming up next. So it's, you will be aligning with something that is more heart-based, that it's a new opportunity, a new phase is coming in, awakening to your heart. There's joy and creativity and a new beginning that's coming through. So this is allowing you to move into another level of yourself. So if you're able to move beyond these frustrations and temptations to quit, like you will tap into another level of yourself, a new sense of peace or calm that you can find in this storm. That, and this is that frustration with the tiger and the wolverine. This is asking you to go to another level, to utilize your frustration and your anger in a better, more constructive way. So, and then we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is coming through. It's possibly, it could be the person that you're dealing with, like they're going to show up, or this situation or this project is actually going to show up in a way that allows you to, or like it's a leader energy. So you're taking the lead and taking ownership, or they're taking the lead and taking ownership to see this through and come to fruition. Because this is a more of an entrepreneurial spirit, so it could be something that you're working on, or possibly working in collaboration with somebody. So this is all asking, like, these ideas or whatever it is that you're creating, it's now going to have a momentum and go forward, and there can be success in what it is. Now, don't get fearful, because the next card that we have is the Tower card, but I don't feel this is a bad tower. It's almost like there's an unexpected change, a new awareness or perspective that you're going to have, because after that comes the Three of Cups. So there is some kind of celebration, and then we've got the Four of Wands. So this Tower card is possibly a big change, that like you've been in this situation for so long that you didn't know if it was ever going to actually happen. But I can tell you that possibly that it is going to happen finally, and that there's something good, that a good outcome that's going to come from it, because you will be able to collaborate and to be able to work with this situation. And then you have the Four of Wands, where you can have an important event or milestone where your foundations are coming together finally, so you can celebrate this outcome that helps you achieve whatever it is that you are wanting to achieve. And then we've got the Hanged Man. But this is almost like you're coming to realization that, oh my God, this has actually happened, and this is going to change my life. So you're looking at things like, you've probably lived in survival mode for so long, and there is some kind of abundance that you're able to now take charge of your life in a very different way, that now you probably don't even recognize it. So it's actually going to probably spin you out, that you now have a very different way of living that you can actually have available to you, and that now you can really see things from a whole other level, that it probably feels a little bit alien to you, because you've not had this, you didn't obtain this before. But then we have the beautiful Sun card. So like there is success, there is some fulfillment that you're going to be able to obtain from this. So like you're manifesting your ideas, and this is like a breath of new life. Like this is a new stage, a new phase of life that you can now start to embrace and encompass, and bring what you most desired through the inspire. Like all your actions are now, all this waiting, all these struggles, these challenges, everything that you've been going through is now going to feel like your whole world has just opened up into something completely different. And it's that celebration that, you know, oh, I've actually done it. Like this is, I'm doing it. I am this. I have all these opportunities, and you know, these, your whole world opens up into a very different way. So there's a new inspiration, and it's like there's this, it feels like there's this creative spark that is ignited within you, and it's kind of something within you changes. You're changing, you've changed, your life is now, I mean, you've done the inner work, so now the inner work is going to reflect in the outer world, so now your life will change. So this is asking you, like whatever it is that you're going through, whatever the frustrations that you are going through with the tiger and the wolverine, and whatever truths that may come to light with this jackal card. But I just feel like this truth could also be that everything that, you know, you're thinking of, oh, you know, this has been so hard, this is not working. Like the truth of the situation is it has been working. It's been working very slowly in the background, and probably there's been a lot of people working in the background without, you know, that has been collaborating with you, either colleagues, friends, family. And, you know, we don't know the full extent of what everyone carries in a situation, but all the clogs in the clock are all working together. It's not just, you know, one person. And maybe you felt like, you know, this was all falling on your shoulders and everything, but everyone has their shared stresses and responsibilities in this. And that's where that leadership card comes in, is where we get to acknowledge that, you know, it wasn't just about us. It's like everyone that was involved has their place. But this is asking you, like, things are coming into alignment, and that regardless of how frustrated you may be and how much you may be struggling within yourself, this is going to work out. There is a tower moment, but this tower moment is not a bad thing. I just feel like the change that you're going to go through is going to be probably a shock to your system, because it's not something that you had worked towards it, but when you come to the actual realization of being in it, it's a very different experience, and one you've probably not had before. So it can be a bit of a tower moment, and it's like with anything, like we can get so joyful we don't even know how to express it or even how to process it, and it just takes us time to be able to settle into it. So this reading is very exciting. So I hope this has brought you some clarity, and for you to keep going in what it is that you're striving to do. And I want to thank you for your time, for being with the essence and the nectar, and that I hope to see you again another time that we get to share this space together. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.